Here's another late development, and this news keeps coming in as we're talking here.
Good morning, good morning. We are back. The four horsemen are back, baby. We got the whole crew for the Books of Beyond Mail Book Club. I'm your host, Heero. I'm joined by Rob, a ceiling fan, and JB. So we are here in the
building. That's a black ceiling fan.
The black ceiling fan. And we are back after a long little hiatus here. But, you know, hey, we ain't promised y'all nothing but a few books we was gonna read. Who'd have thought we'd make it this far, but here we are. We're finishing up.
They thought we would have been done. They thought we would have been.
Yeah, low key.
I know how.
I know what it feels like to be doubted. Don't worry. We're gonna be finishing up the Book of Hidden Things. Honestly, probably the best book we've read as far as fiction goes and all that stuff. I think it's better than The Alchemist.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's better than The Alchemist. It's better than The Alchemist to me. I think it's a better story, and it's better, and the plot twists that come at the end are very good. So I honestly put it above The Alchemist. I feel The Alchemist was left to your interpretation too much. You know me, I'm a definitive.
You forgot about the plot twist on The Alchemist, though.
Look, okay, Black, are we talking about this Book of Hidden Things, or are we talking about The Alchemist?
No, I'm just saying, but you brought it up, bro. Don't be stunned on my book.
Look, see, that's exactly. And now that we've got Black to admit why he's angry, let's move on.
Remember, he went all around the world just to have to go back to where he started. Come on, now. What's the bigger plot?
Hey, I'm not saying it wasn't good. I'm just telling you which one I liked more. Dang.
That's a big plot twist.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You were saying like it was a fact, though.
It's a fact to me.
Yeah, no, that ain't even a thing.
It's my own opinion. Okay, then Black, tell us what you thought about the book, since you all in love with The Alchemist.
Oh no, I like the book, bro. I just didn't like the first chapter 21 to 23.
Yeah, that one it kind of gets you lost there. That could have easily been executed. I think this book will do. It's a perfect book for realization of French. A movie one, and it's also it's a great commentary on what adult friends really look like and what adult friends shouldn't look like. Like, it's important to understand.
But that's like what friends are, period, though.
Period. Yeah, it's like it tells you.
Even as kids, though, you friends with somebody because somebody else they friends, so they only come around because of that one person. And
there's even
they was all basically friends because of art.
Art, yes. And there's even a segment in the story where, like, I believe Tony wasn't friends with the original set, but because he was cool with art, he just kept coming around more often. And now him and Morrow ended up getting a friendship, and they're almost like the perfect little.
I think it was him and Morrow was friends first, and then Art came, and then Art brought Fabio.
Yeah, so it's just interesting
because remember, they knew about Art, but they didn't know him.
And the thing that Art does for everybody. So we could clearly say, like, yo, Art, even in his most intense moments, is the friend of this group, while the others are just sort of leaning into it. But
he said,
for the most part,
down before?
Huh?
He said, have I ever let you down before? Couldn't nobody say none.
Nothing.
No, and that was the problem with me. That's why I didn't like how they was going about it.
Yeah, that ain't.
But
like
if they would have told Art in advance that fucking what's her name was fucking Morrow's wife or Tony, who wife was that? Tony wife?
No, Morrow's wife.
Yeah, because Tony gay, so Fabio was fucking Morrow's wife. Yeah, but if they told him that he wouldn't have got no cat.
Yeah,
because he thought he was so innocent. Yeah, he thought he was super innocent.
Yeah. So then don't know where my goddamn notes are from 2 weeks ago. But
It was a
I
week
really
ago.
don't.
Relax.
I was writing like 6. I'd be writing so many goddamn notes, and I'd be losing. But anyway, let's pick up right around the part after the surgery. So we know this is okay. Someone else got shot before. So let's talk about when
Morrow.
Morrow got shot for the first time by the crazy girl who Tony and Morrow found on Facebook.
We thought was crazy.
We thought was crazy. It's crazy because now that we know the plot twist, we know why everyone's doing what they're doing. But basically, Art had a relationship with this woman who seemed to really be involved with him. But upon closer inspection, like outside looking in, it looked like Art was using her for sex work, because we know Art has this sex dungeon in his basement and a butcher shop in his house. So we was like, dang, he was harassing, he was messing this girl up, right?
So you know what? You know what he was doing her, right?
I think he was. What? Yeah, that's a great question. What do you think he was doing?
He was learning to perform better in bed.
Yeah. So basically, he was trying to see. So the gist of the story is Art has to do transgressions against humanity, sort of like a sacrifice. But every time he does a certain level of a sacrifice to get into this new world, he has to go above that next sacrifice level. Yeah. He learns about that through the stories of this woman who preached about how she saw God, Mary, Jesus's mother. But the only reason why she was able to make it into the transgression area, or this supernatural area, is because she nearly beat her pedophile father to death. And when she walked away, who she believed to be Mary brought her into this new world. And she stayed there for an X amount of time. And when she came back, she had all this unknown knowledge and these powers to heal people. But then it went away because she couldn't make it back there. Art figured that out and wanted to do the same thing. So Art was practicing.
Well, like, Art been there.
Art been there and fucked Mary's wife.
Yeah, so
he been there and fucked Mary.
So what it was he went after he got put out the first time. He like, fuck it, I need to learn how to do everything I need to learn. Find out who's been there, who knows about it, and then read what they wrote and learn what they did, and then find a way to get back.
And Art was so thorough about this.
He said if he figure out how to get there, then that make him worthy of being there, so she can't.
Basically, how to trespass. That's what they call it.
How to trespass. That's what I call it. So then the question then becomes, Art starts making the book, which is the title of this book, The Book of Hidden Things, where he documents how his transgressions increase so that he can trespass. So then the question I have for you guys is, at what point, as great as this place is, at what point are you calling, nah, I'm not doing this? Because Art kills a dog he had been nurturing for like 4 months and was talking to. He basically tortures a woman off the street. He damn near killed his
I didn't see the torture part. What was that?
See that as torture though. She liked it.
Huh?
She wanted that.
She wanted
JB in for that. It's
no.
If she like it, it's good.
I mean, if you allow it to learn something yourself, it's like basically he got the book for a few other people. He gave it to him of what he read for them to learn how to get over there, whatever. So the thing is, the nigga came back for his friend. He could have stayed he could have stayed in that land or whatnot. But he came back for his friend. So that tells you something. He still think about that. He's like, fuck it, I need to get my friends and their family here.
Yeah, so the transgression was basically torturing that woman and killing his dog. That's what got him over this time. So he knows he needs to increase it, but basically for him to do anything worse, and kudos to Art, he knows he would probably have to take a human life. Yeah. So he wanted his friends, who he believed to be innocent, to do something in order to get them across. And throughout the story, Art's low-key, when Art comes back and it reveals himself, things are going crazy. So after Tony gets Morrow all fixed up, it becomes apparently clear that Tony's mob sister runs this area. She's like the head honcho right below McKaylee. And McKaylee makes it clear, like, yo, if y'all talking to Art and not telling me, someone gonna die tonight.
Yeah.
and that's when it becomes sort of this rush. So then, like, back to the
But
question.
he also let
what
them
is
know,
the
like,
line that
ain't
you got?
nobody touch art. He still knew he couldn't touch
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to make it.
So then what's the transgression? What's the transgression y'all not crossing?
Seeing that you not a month, like, seeing that, unless I was art, pretty much I wasn't doing shit because I don't have no proof of it. I only got your word. But if you know art and you know he never lied to y'all, he never let y'all down, then that's on you to decide. Hey, I don't know if I'm killing nobody door.
Man, that's a tough one right there. Like, I don't know what the hell is on what he described as he just basically got to fuck a goddess and eat the best food and have the best of everything. I don't know if having the best of everything is worth killing someone.
The best of everything, no pain. Like, you don't need for money. You fuck, you eat. Like, you eating food that you never eaten before. You live forever.
Bro,
And
to kill someone, that's a hefty
I kill somebody
crime.
for stealing
That's
out
a
my
hefty-
motherfucking house. So so if I can kill a motherfucker to be great, I'm like, all right, that's cool with me.
Rob, what's the line you're not crossing, bro? Rob, what's the line you're not
If I'm
crossing,
our
bro?
friends or just in general?
In general, because I think putting it in art's context, you got to go back to 2003 when this book was written or whatever for the timeline for this book.
He going to heaven.
A dog maybe gotta go.
He going to heaven, bro. He went to heaven. It was kicking it.
Heaven for killing something.
Bro,
But a person, if that person did me wrong, hey, you gotta go.
Hey man, there's people.
You gotta go.
No, it got to be somebody you damn near care for though. Remember,
Nah,
Yeah, someone you gotta love.
Remember, God had
I'm
dude
cool.
kill his son.
This
I'm
some
cool. I'm
Illuminati
cool.
ass book
I'm
right
cool
there.
on that. I'm cool.
Wait,
I ain't
and
gonna
look,
lie to you.
the
I'm cool
Bible-
on that.
Buddy had to kill his son.
He didn't
The Bible version of my name.
Man, the Lord
The
wanted
Bible
him to.
version of my name, Abraham, he almost had to give up
Nah,
his
he
first
just wanted
son.
to see if he was willing to.
Yeah, and that's the thing
Yeah,
right
he
there.
did.
That's the Illuminati right there. You willing to?
So we got two yeses and no and two
Wait, who
no's.
else said yeah? I said
Rob
no.
Said yeah.
Yeah,
About.
Rob said
I
no.
said no.
I said no. You said no.
Yeah,
JB,
everybody
you
said
taking
no.
somebody?
No, I ain't taking nobody, man.
No, you said yes. Shut up, Black.
I know. I said
You
yeah.
just
No,
said
I said everybody else said no. I'm going to pick up one of my cousins right now.
Oh.
I let one of them go for the riches in the world right now.
Fabio made it
Gotta
sound
be a
like it
hoe.
was easy anyway. You just gotta stop thinking for 1 second.
Yeah, killing somebody ain't hard. You heard what Mauro said. I mean,
And
Tony.
Mara said it's easy. You just gotta stop thinking for 1 second, man. Wow.
Yeah.
That's all I'll be thinking about is everything I'm gonna get.
That's crazy. So then
Black
then
sound
we-
like, oh boy, they got his mom lined up. So I'm thinking about everything.
Yeah,
I'm
that dude that be on
money.
that dude.
All
What was his
fair.
name? What was his name? He
I
used to be on,
forgot
like,
his name,
Facebook
man.
Live. Facebook Live saying
Yeah,
I'm about to start
Goof-ass,
grinding on the camera, y'all. So let's get them likes and shares up. I was like,
Oh, I ain't see
This
that.
guy-
I just saw the nigga throwing money out. That'd be me.
Goof
I'll be out there
ass,
throwing
man.
money. Making that motherfucking 20,000 rain. He got a PPP for murder. That nigga was wild. They killed his mom. I ain't kill an OG, but one of my cousins.
he is the definition of the embodiment of a lazy ass motherfucker, man.
Man.
for-
Old girl got
kill-
out there with the high school with us. That was the driver. She out.
Yeah.
She was on Facebook for like a week.
Who?
And motherfuckers on her ass. Her name was Lorraine.
What'd she do?
She was the driver.
Oh, wow.
And it was like her guy that went on with the move.
Yeah. It was yeah.
Crazy.
She was just
Anyhow,
doing
but,
what she had to for love.
She was doing what she
The
had to for that
illusion of
bag,
love.
man.
Nah, but I don't think she even got much. I think it was just, well, a motherfucker tell you anything, like your boyfriend telling chick, chicks do anything for a nigga. Fake love them.
You
probably
gonna go
even
viral.
Yeah.
You gonna go viral for just saying that.
They will though, bro. They ain't gonna lie.
They would.
They gonna drag.
He's not lying. He's a woman that truly loves you
or
like blindly love you.
think you love them, because that'd be the thing. Chicks don't want to give their
Yeah.
coochie up until a motherfucker say, I love you too. You know, now they throwing the pussy at you. Next thing you know, you fucking their cousin.
Yep.
You say you fucking their cousin.
That's how it be. Like that blind love with no regard or anything like that. That shit is the worst type.
Yeah.
It's toxic.
And
really.
the crazy part is, I don't even know if, like, I ain't never read too far into the story to see her side. I don't know if she even knew where she would take. He probably was like, yeah, I'm gonna go hit the little stain. You park outside, I come back. Because it worked out well till that nigga he cried for like an hour, then started throwing money.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about he cried for an hour.
Hey,
he said he cried until that life insurance policy cleared.
Yeah.
Bro, now he didn't even cry that long. He was already throwing money because remember she had the salon.
Hey,
So he got her account and everything, all that money she was having, because she was decent. He was a spoiled kid, bro. I don't know why he needed to
got
do
everything he wanted.
He could have waited 30 years and just kept stacking his money. He would have been invested in the stock market. He would have had
his bum ass could have just I'm pretty sure I think she was in real estate too. His bum ass could have stayed at one of her places rent free, got him a job.
He probably
if you ain't gotta pay $800 to $1,100 a month, shit, that's over $8K or $11,000 a year.
All I'm
Save
saying
just
is,
off
like,
that alone.
But we know how the internet and everything blew up. So he would have been just this personality, just making money off of just people watching his goof ass. So like the lack of patience, the greed, and the wanting to be independent without having any feet to stand on was the ultimate end of his
microwave era. A
Yeah,
lot of people in society today live in the microwave era, where it's like, yo, that shit ain't sustainable.
It's not.
That's why them PPPs went so fast. Always got that shit. It was going the next hour. Like dude who won at 30,000, they bought that $20,000 chain, and then got robbed. The man won 30,000 and bought a $20,000.
That's some hood shit right there. I ain't gonna need hold you.
That's not even like, I don't even know if nobody in the hood that dumb. That's just stupid, bro. I ain't never seen a motherfucker make 30,000 and spend 2/3 of it right away on something that
bro, I have
can't even keep them warm.
Clothes.
No, I'm saying they can't even keep them warm though. Liquor make you think you're warm. Clothes keep you warm.
Yeah.
But that chain ain't gonna keep you warm, my nigga.
No.
He was
still
trying to
got
hold
an
that
Android.
chain for dear life, boy.
Got a $20,000 chain with an Android taking pictures of it.
He was on his way back in the store trying to buy more lottery tickets.
And isn't that the secret to like, there's like a group of people who keep winning the lottery, but they don't win as big as much, but they win a big one. And then they use 1/3 of it to just buy more tickets, and they'll win like 1,000, 200, 400, 100. And and that's just their new life. That's their new life.
It's like gambling. I'm still trying to win Publishing Clearinghouse.
That's how people go to the casino.
I ain't never seen a motherfucker win that, bro. I don't even know nobody that knows somebody who won Publishing Clearinghouse. That gotta be
staged, man.
I know people that won a lot.
Man.
What?
Publishing Clearinghouse.
So, Publishing
Clearinghouse. You know, when they come to your house,
Clearinghouse.
$5,000 a week for the rest of your life.
No, it's one. Anytime you see one of those big ass phony checks, just know that money ain't real. That money is a promise. That's it. They come to your house. You won this huge. No, that's just for show, bro. Because I remember when the Giants did that shit. They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get money for this construction site." Man, when the construction site closed down because they ran out of people. All that money went back to. They're like, "Yeah, we gonna hold on to that."
Well, that's always how the contract goes. When it comes to construction and shit, you're gonna get paid so much.
Yep. So for me, that's
you got to work those hours out.
All right.
Or finish the job. Or other than that, you ain't getting that paper. But for Publishers Clearinghouse, you just get the $5,000 a week. I email them once a year. Sign up. And then
all they do is collecting your data.
Yeah, that's what they do. They get your emails and they have everybody send you coupons and shit. Then I fucking unsign up. I mean, I never seen nobody win that. Like, no, I don't know nobody that won that.
Well, then let's talk a little bit about Tony's sister and the correlation that goes on there. Because basically at this point, we have three factors going into play. We have McKaylee, who ends up tracking down the girl who shot Tony and holding her for ransom. We then have Tony talking with his sister, trying to get more information about how to go about doing this. And then we got Fabio, who's out here just fucking on at any given second he has. Like, basically, the remainder of the book was shit.
He had the one last time, but he fucking his homie girl and wife. Rob, he fucked her at the wedding.
Crazy.
Like he fucked her at the wedding. His best friend, and then was fucking her while they was out searching for their boy.
But Morrow knows this. Like,
while he was out getting shot. He was out getting shot.
He's super savage.
He turned his phone off because they was calling him doing the stroke.
Morrow the one out here letting him paint his naked wife.
Eh? Okay, I mean, from a professional,
he taking pictures.
Taking pictures.
Yeah, taking pictures of his naked.
So y'all not letting nobody take pictures of your professional pictures of your wife?
Naked?
For what?
Naked? Yeah.
If she ain't a model,
Right. She's not a model. It's not her job. She's not gonna just live out her fantasy for her. I could buy a camera and do that shit.
like I'll buy the camera and take the picture.
hey, bro, saying we gonna get real X-rated in this house. Ain't nobody for me taking these photos.
And when he took those naked pictures of her, he was naked. Like, bro, why you taking off photos? Why, bro? He's shirtless taking pictures and shit. Fuck that. I'm being there. At least I'm gonna be there. Yeah, at least I'm gonna be there while you're taking the photos. You ain't just about to go get photos taken while I ain't there.
And the whole time he like, I think that Morrow or that Fabio and Anna slept together before, and you gonna let him still sit here taking naked pictures of your wife. You deserve the second time, bro.
All right, so then let's talk a little bit about how this happened, because we know that Art set up Fabio to actually be with Anna, but Morrow. Yes, Morrow. But what ended up happening is Morrow froze and Fabio jumped in, but he got caught up with the second girl who was there. Like, you know, when the two girls are sitting there and you trying to shoot your shot, but the one girl you're not trying to talk to is the one who's picking up all the vibes. So she jumps in and it's just like, well, shit, I got one out of the two. I guess I'm gonna just take this, which then left Anna free for Morrow to try again. So Art always talks about how like he doesn't let people down. And when he told Fabio to just pull her away, Fabio just decided to go talk to both of them. And he was like, you should have listened, man. But then to top it all off, even with Art telling Morrow that this relationship isn't really the best for you, but she's really into music, so go become a rock star. Don't like make her life worth living with you. And he was like, no, because what we know, Morrow ended up becoming a lawyer, and he's disappointed with his lifestyle. And I was looking up the prices of like what a lawyer makes back then, and it's comparable to what they make now, as in it scaled on demand. He's making good money. He's the only one in the group who has 2 kids in a foreign country.
But he didn't have no money. No, Tony the only motherfucker with money.
Yeah, Tony.
Surgeon.
Oh,
Tony got money.
No, I think Morrow isn't a good truth.
No,
Morrow's doing okay, but
no, in the book he said it. That, like, Tony was the only one that got money. In the book they said that what's name was kind of broke.
No, like I feel like he's saying Tony has money to splurge.
Yeah.
But I feel like Morrow's doing okay from the stance that he has 2 little girls. He's able to go on a family vacation and bring everybody. It's like that's
but if you playing every year, like you playing for the year, man, you can get your ass back to pretty much anywhere. If you can manage your money,
I'll give you that.
Like you can save for a year. I'm gonna say these $2 sitting there.
So, no, I think Morrow he does pretty well, but I feel like people who get jobs like lawyers, all these professions, they save for the future. So because he saves for the future, he doesn't have that money to splurge on the right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. IEP, AIV. Oh yeah, hey JB, you said I didn't tell you about them stocks. I'm telling you now. AIV, put it down, ticker symbol. AIV,
SOL,
IEP, and BX.
Hold on, I need them again.
No, it's SOL.
AIV, IEP, and BX.
Oh, and Algo, CeeLo, and Solano. ALGO, CELO, and SOLANA.
These damn G.
Black itch, stop messing around with the money, man.
Let me send it. I'm gonna send it to the chat because I won't fucking around.
Look, you can't even stop smiling. Not even for 10 seconds.
No, check those out though.
Seriously?
Yeah.
All right.
One of them is low. The other two you gotta actually put a couple dollars in. But yeah, it's something to have. It ain't none that's gonna be like right now, but it's gonna sit on it.
So I mean, we read what is that? Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
All caps.
Yeah.
Sit.
I'm sitting on these.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I don't even look at
sure.
Apple and none of that. I don't look at none of that shit.
None of that shit.
I ain't got enough
It's
money to
for the
make money.
masses. Yeah. The thing that we want to then talk about then is let's talk about the family ties and relationship. There's a lot of family ties and relationships that get broken down in this book. Specifically, each one of them have their own issues.
Yeah.
Being that Tony has literally no family to mention of because he's
I
gay,
thought
so
that
no
was
one
his
ever
daddy.
accepts him.
No, his daddy. His daddy had Alzheimer's. And remember, that's why he really wanted to believe.
No, that's Fabio's dad who has Alzheimer's.
Is it Fabio?
Fabio's dad has Alzheimer's.
Oh, that's the gay one. Yeah, that's the gay one.
No, Tony's the gay one.
Fabio's
dad got
Tony's
Alzheimer's.
the gay one.
Well, no, it's the gay one dad. Because remember, the preacher was
the gay one's dad doesn't talk to him. No, that's Fabio, bro.
Who's it, Fabio? I don't know.
So, but basically, all four of them have family ties that talk about how things don't work out for them. We know Art's mother dies.
The one that both their parents did.
That's Art.
That's Art.
All right.
That's Art.
And then one of
Art's parents are
one of their mama is dead. And whoever
that's Fabio.
Okay, so then his dad got Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
But that's the one who wanted to believe.
So Tony
Art.
Yeah.
Yes.
He wanted to say the dead.
So they all have this dynamic about the family where Morrow has these two beautiful girls and there's an underlining seething pain that he doesn't like his kids because he feels they're harnessing him, but we know he's projecting. We know Fabio has this newfound love for his father because his father is in a weakened state, even though his father never once breaks character. He shows emotion for the first time, and Fabio's biggest concern is, will he forget about how to show compassion with this Alzheimer's? Even though that's not how Alzheimer's works, his fears that the
you gonna keep
little
saying
bit
that,
of good in his what?
I was just saying, as a doctor, you're gonna keep putting that T in.
T in what?
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's, yeah. That's how I'm doing it. That's how I'm doing it. I don't give a damn. I'm not a language arts teacher. Get the hell out of here.
English language anyway.
But I'm saying, they get the medical field. I thought y'all be strict on them words. Was
no, we literally came up with abbreviations for shit that's too long.
Everything is too long, bro. Everything is too fucking long, bro. Like, why do y'all be?
I've seen people mid-sentence bite their tongue trying to say some shit, and I'm like, see, that's why you should use the acronym. But we then move on to who's left. So we did Art, we did Morrow, we did Tony. So they all have these family there, but Tony has a sister who's basically been supporting him, but Tony disapproves of his sister being part of this mob thing. And as we learn more about her sister, every time she comes in the story, she goes from being this very meek, shy woman to becoming she's the boss.
Yeah, remember,
of this area.
we thought her husband was Rocco was the one, and that's why the mom ain't like him, and Tony ain't like they wanted him to die, but it wasn't her.
But
so Tony do fuck with his mom.
Watch Animal Kingdom.
Was that a TV show?
Yeah.
Okay, no, because I watched Animal Planet.
This book kind of reminds me of that show a little bit. It's not the exact same, but shit crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it. So yeah, Tony do rock with his family. He rock with his mama, but they don't rock with the sister because of her husband.
Yeah. So then let's talk about the family dynamics from this story's perspective. Like, is there, you don't have to go into names or detail, but are there certain aspects of like your family that you wish could be different?
I think the only thing I'll go first.
man.
I'll go first, and this may be unpopular.
Oh,
This may be
shit.
unpopular opinion. I feel like there's a lot of people in my family that aggressively pursues, and it's kind of, I found it kind of ironic, the microwave avenue of everything. Like, I don't want to do this because I could just play in the stocks and I'm gonna get rich. But it's like, okay, you've been pursuing this for 3 years. Nothing has happened. It's like, when are you gonna take a hybrid approach? Where it's like, I'm gonna do this, and if this happened, great. But if it doesn't, I have this backup plan avenue, and that's what I'm gonna pursue.
I go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, y'all notice how everybody think they can get rich playing the stocks overnight. It's go crazy now.
Well, it be the people who don't never like, they don't really look into it. They just see something like, okay, since this is
That
low,
shit make me not
it's
want
gonna
to
shoot
invest
up
at
quick.
all. Like that shit
like
make
it's
me
gonna
not
shoot
wanna
up quick.
invest
Like, you know, what's the name? Higginbotham. What that Higginbotham? Like Hig. What's his name?
Yeah.
He started like a stock investment group. Like, he was the guru, and how he was talking about everything and shit like that. He's like, oh, remember he kept saying, I told y'all nothing about Doge when it went down, but then it went up. And if he made money still, like, what are you talking about?
Well, I know.
I feel like you look into, like, he was doing Forex for like a month or two, and then he felt like, oh shit, I'm the guru. I done learned this shit, and I'm gonna read these books, and I'm gonna use this terminology, and I'm gonna act like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, but he ain't rich yet. So that's my thing though, like, unless you about to be rich, like, bro, don't
You trying to tell me how to invest it till you rich.
Yeah, bro. I feel like I need some examples from you, my nigga. You know,
bro said, let me see your bank account.
we all done made a couple hundred something.
Right. I done made my couple thousand before. You ain't doing shit. I'm not.
But unless you not living in Cal City.
Damn,
Like,
bro.
don't try to tell me so. I mean, look.
Hold on, man. I still got a house in Cal City. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
You don't even live there. But my thing with family is they don't want to work together. Bro. Like, a lot of stuff can be taken care of just by teamwork alone. Everybody got all these weak ass apartments that they live in when they can put their little money together and live in a big ass place and then save money. You know how these, like, look, even the gaming groups do that. Like RDC World, Dormtainment, they live together even though they was making money. Because it's cheaper.
That's big, bro. What you just said. Working together.
Everybody's scared to work together, bro. Like, if you got
because there's this fear that if I give you my little piece and you turn it into something, it's proof that I didn't know what I was doing. Like, their
fear is they don't want to. Like, black people's fear is, it's not even the fear; it's their pride that gets in the way. They don't want nobody to be able to say that they helped them.
Everybody in a rush to turn 18 and move out their crib, and it's the dumbest thing ever.
If I'm a carpenter, why can't you be an electrician and then somebody else be a plumber? And that way we can work on all our shit ourselves.
I tell this to everybody, whenever you go to those little strip malls, and especially for Asian people, they own the Chinese store, the spa, the food market, and the gas station, all connected on that strip. They all do the same thing, but in different ways. And it's crazy to me that they pulled in that. Now you can talk about the social economics of the aspect, but ultimately it just comes down to first agreeing that you're going to work with each other, right? Yeah. First agree that you're going to work with each other.
Getting your role and sticking to it. A lot of people want to do everything part. Play your part.
Everybody want to be a boss, but it's like, man, you need good lieutenants and sergeants. You need good soldiers too.
They ain't never been bosses though. Like, everybody that ain't never been a boss want to be a boss. Everybody.
Facts.
That's because Rick Ross did that, bro.
Everybody ain't meant to run that. Don't even know what the hell he's doing.
Him and T-Pain fucked it up for everybody. They thought they was gonna get a fresh line up in the outfit. About to have the champagne on Smash, you know. Then they got a Chevy with the 454.
Got something?
Got 125 on the day.
JB, you got something?
That they seen thus far.
That's how they raise. I think a big part of that is being how you raised too. Like, if we raised to talk about that. Like, I know people that I went to school with, you asked them what they was doing. They really didn't think about what was next. They're going back home, working the family business or whatever.
Yeah. A lot of the classes want shit. They ain't
I was
shit
like,
now.
shit, I don't even know if I got a room at home. So I gotta figure something out. Like they steady saying come home, but y'all done gave my room to my sister. Like I'm not coming home. Like, I'm not.
Share that room with your motherfucking sister like the mess. Live in the basement.
Hey,
It ain't shit to make a basement room.
Hey,
yeah, put up a curtain. Put up a curtain, baby.
Put a floor
Put
down.
up a few walls. Yep, put up a few walls.
Drywall is not expensive, bro. It's $13 a sheet for the best sheets, for the thicker ones. You can get some thin ass drywall in the
Insulate
basement
that joint.
$7 little insulation, the 2x4. Now the price of wood skyrocketed for some odd reason. But everything else is cheap.
Everybody started ain't no houses because they couldn't find no house to buy.
Well, nobody was working because of COVID.
Yeah, lumberjacks couldn't work, so
now that motherfucker back to work, that shit about to go down.
So then what's back to the question at hand? JB gave us one. Rob gave us one. Black gave us one. JB, what is something that dynamic of your family that you wish to see change?
I don't know. I ain't saying we perfect.
JB ain't trying to get cussed out at Thanksgiving. Talking about some odds.
But you know, like him and his mama work together. So
like I done worked in my mom's office before. Like I would work in her office right now if she could afford to pay, but she can't.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying as far as what y'all do though.
You know,
y'all still on the same lines of
like we on the same lines of business, but I also know like I can't live with her and work with her though.
Yeah. Cause she your mama too? And she don't want to work.
I did it. Like it became a lot.
No, I'm saying why you can't, motherfucker?
Cause she was the agent, right? So I'm letting her lead. She lead the office. I follow her in the office. Then we go home, and it's like, all right, I need to be able to do my own thing, but she can't take off that like mom had. Like, so it was.
I feel like so when she was grading you on your work at the end of the day.
Nah, it wasn't that. It wasn't that type of thing. It was just.
My son, you could have said hello.
My mom.
Good morning.
My mom is very, very protective. She also is very like overbearing sometimes. So
because she's a mom.
As all good mothers.
Okay, she's a mom.
It became a lot, right? That's why I said it ain't like it was a problem. It's just I can't live with her and work with her. Like, it just,
so now you don't live with her.
I can't do.
Hey, Black, stop trying to be a therapist. Leave this man alone. He gave us the goddamn.
No, I'm just saying now that he don't live with her.
For me, it's gonna be.
I don't live with. I got a family, so I got a family fee. She can't afford to pay me.
Yeah.
I think the thing for me is that because a big thing with with Nigerians and African families in general is when that first or second child makes it, a lot of the family becomes overbearing and wants their fair share. There's this old trope in the whole family of Nigerians
the immediate family.
Well, no, this is even everybody. Within the.
Like I feel like we
I'm
all
talking
can work
about.
together. But he's saying like just in general how they are.
Yeah.
Outside of my immediate family, I got a lot of shit we could change.
Yeah.
I was talking in general. I wasn't talking about my immediate.
That's what I'm saying. We were talking in general. We know what you were talking about.
I live under the same roof with.
Yeah, nah.
Okay, I mean, I could give.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I don't care about them on no Thanksgiving.
That's what I'm saying. They can work. That's what I'm saying. Like people can put together and work together, bro. Like people, we always want something from them. It's not like they don't want to put into it or make better for nobody else. They just want something from it. So it just be like that shit is annoying. You sitting on my shit this long, like you ain't got nothing to add to it. It's time to make some change.
I can't tell you how many times I supposed to get the whole family out together. I was 12. Like I'm 10 years old. What the hell you doing? What are you doing?
Facts.
They waiting on you, motherfucker. They 64. I know you gonna have to take us out there. Like what?
I remember I was kicking some flavor to some of my male cousins. They on this whole hype of, we want to start a business. It's like, okay, what do you want to do? Right? Oh, I don't know, cuz that's why we coming to you. All right, first of all, I ain't approach y'all saying I want to start a business. Y'all approach me. So y'all got to come with something. So, all right, where do we start? First, you got to look at the world. What's a gap or a need that's not being filled? Do that and run with it. Oh, no, we ain't got time for that. That's too much.
Or
I thought
for me, I always say real estate, bro. Like you can always do that as a family. You can
Real estate
always
is
buy property as a family, but everything is for people. They want to see their earnings quickly.
instant
And
gratification.
Yeah.
the problem with real estate though, with that whole concept of working together, right? You get that first home, you flip it. You can't take that money and go ball out. You got to
Yeah.
You
reinvest.
got to buy
it.
another
That's what
one.
I'm saying.
gotta
That's what I'm saying.
reinvest
Like
that joint.
everybody want to see something from it. And I don't even
You'll
want.
be
That's why I keep preaching. Let's not flip it. Let's fix it up and rent it
Yep.
out.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's take that and do it again and again and again. And then eventually, the amount of people that put into the work. That's why I right now I talk to an electrician. I got a plumber that's a homie. My mom and my father both carpenters. I can do carpentry. So it's not like nothing we can't get into and do everything on our own.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody just needs to, everybody wants to do their own thing because they want to see the money. That's why I can't get certain people. Like my other brother, he already bought cribs, flipping, renting cribs out. So now it don't make too much sense for him to get involved with other people. Other than that, it can help them out. But
Right.
if it, it's not really immediate help for him, he's like, I don't know if I want to do shit like that. And that's understandable.
It is understandable, but I got a cousin like that. I wish he would show, like, when you see people that you know capable of doing it, like, I wish I could take a pause here. Like, it's not gonna hurt you. And if I'm doing right, like if you do
It ain't even got to be a pause. Tag along.
Right. It ain't gotta be a pause. It just take a little bit longer to do what you gotta do. But once you got me up and running, now we smacking it because shit, I'm built like that. I just don't, I need some help.
Everybody ain't like that. Like I said, when it comes to doing something, pride gets in the way. And the things that you want, that you think you need, that you ain't been able to get beforehand, you think you should get right away. Like you ain't already been getting money like that. So when we do make a little bit of money, let that shit live on like it's supposed to. Like
facts. Act like ain't
want
nothing
that.
changed.
They want to hurry up and buy a Mercedes. Like, bitch, you ain't got a garage. So when
you ain't even got a crib.
Yeah, I mean, mother want their car sitting out on the street in the weather. You ain't got no weak ass car. You can't have no good car in the weather all day. The sun gonna mess up the paint. The rain gonna mess up the paint. The snow gonna mess up the paint. The hell gonna mess up the paint. The salt is gonna tear up your fucking base.
Undercarriage.
I got a Mercedes though.
Yeah. I seen
with the check engine light on. With the check engine light on.
From North. Look,
and 250,000 miles on the dash.
I saw a motherfucker from North put a Mercedes on Facebook for sale for like 10,000, bro. Like 200,000 miles. Like, what type of car you think you're selling? That motherfucker don't fly.
It's gonna fly
That's
to a mechanic shop soon after somebody bad.
200,000 miles. Like a plane. Look, I'm gonna get a car that's about to die, nigga. These sixes won't even make it to 200.
That's why I'm going electric. Next car I'm buying. It's electric, man. It's got to be electric.
Because everybody do it. I think they got
I'm gonna go ahead.
Porsche now, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That joint wet too.
Mm-hmm. I'm going electric, and I'm gonna do my part to help end the white people going over to the Middle East and blowing shit up for some gas. Like I'm gonna do my part. That's all I can.
That ain't gonna help out, bro. Get what you want to get. That's what you want to say. That.
Hey, let me be great. Let me be great, Black.
Bro. Yeah, don't add the extra, bro.
Let me feel good about my purchases, Black. Thank you. Shit. Damn.
Don't trick yourself.
Let me feel good about my purchases.
These white
I'm going to sell 50. I'm going to sell 15 shares of my Apple and try and put a down payment on some shit. All right. Let me feel good about some shit. Thank you.
These white people going to Mars.
They trying to leave us. We're not going.
That's what I'm like in real life though. Even if I have the money, I'm still gonna let 3-4 groups go. And I need an update.
I need to make sure that the 3-4 groups that went come back. I need to make sure that they are factually alive. Because have y'all seen Mars?
But they got to be some black people there though.
Y'all sound like Tony.
Because if all white people go, they ain't letting niggas come after they make it.
White people are gonna need us. They gonna want us to be coming. White people can't be by themselves for long. Look at how miserable the UK is. It rains every day there because there's no black people.
They gotta find that out the hard way. Let them go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, go up there.
I need a few black people to go first. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't even want to go.
I ain't trying to.
I'm cool. If all the white people went to Mars, I'd be cool with that.
Then we'll be cool. The world will get better.
I'm cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, oh yeah, y'all have
And
fun.
then we can finally make shit so we can see what's at the bottom of the ocean. I want to see some of that shit. I don't want to go, but I'll need something that I can create that can get down and not, explode or get, crushed.
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing that could probably handle that pressure. Is there anything that can handle the bottom?
Oh no, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, but I've been seeing all type of transparent animals. I ain't know they had that many see-through animals. That wasn't man-made.
Well, the toucan bird has translucent skin.
But I'm talking about completely though. Like it was a fucking scuba dive in the ocean. So his ass. The fish came. He held his hand
the
up.
feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. You can see
right through that
vasculature.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's
we know about
some fish. Go ahead.
I'm thinking.
I was that it's like 20 animals that you can see straight through. Frogs and everything.
So then let's talk a little bit about we push it forward when art returns finally, and the things that art is telling us. We sort of spoke about this in the beginning, but art returns back just the same way he returned back when he disappeared the first time, and he comes straight to Morrow. But it wasn't Morrow who opened the door; it was his dad, and the pleasantries that he had with Morrow's dad, because the initial thought was that Morrow's dad doesn't like art. But because of the Alzheimer's, he sort of forgot who Art was. So when he heard that one of Morrow's friends, one of Fabio's friends came through, he was like, "Oh, welcome, this." But if you remember, shortly like before that, when Tony and them came to the house, his dad didn't even let them in. He just left them at the door for Fabio to come get him. So you can see the Alzheimer's progressing in real time, and Art starts telling him all the. Go ahead.
No, so he didn't even like him as a kid.
No, didn't like him as a kid either. So then remember, so as we're moving forward here, we love to see it. Art goes into this spiel. I thought Art was going to come out sounding like a complete lunatic, but he's very composed. He's very well spoken. He doesn't seem to be agitated. It's not until he starts talking about the Book of Hidden Things that things go off the wall. He does. And
that's only because of the response he's getting.
It's definitely actually. So then this is the part I want to talk to you guys about. So let's imagine we have a sure approved method, like something that we know we can do. We do it with extreme skill set, and somebody, you're trying to explain this to somebody, and they're not giving you any leeway. Like they need your help, but they're not trying to accept your help. What are some of our responses to that? How do you handle people who don't take kindly to your help but need it?
It depends on who it is.
Yep.
I feel like because I work in the healthcare industry, I have an obligation, especially to Black families, to let them know the truth about whatever situation they feel they're going through at the time. Because I've been in many rooms where they'll say something, a nurse will say something to them, they'll get agitated, things will escalate. I come in, so what's really going on? This. And nurse like, they're just acting belligerent. Well, yeah, using words like that against Black people when you wouldn't use that against Karen down in Hall 17 makes them feel like they're being persecuted. So like being able to have those conversations, but even when a Black family, I know this one dude, and I tell this story all the time to my incoming, you can't help people who don't want to be saved. I told this dude, yo, you gonna have to take your foot if you keep having your family sneak food in here. And he was like, y'all might as well go ahead and take my foot then, because I'm not going without eating no meal for a whole day. Because before you have surgery, you can't eat for the day. It's called NPO. And he was not going. He just refused to not eat. And we ended up having to take his foot because his blood sugar was too damn high. So like, you hate to see it.
And then for the whole family got back together so they could eat again. Like
real talk.
That was Papa.
Gave his ass some pills and be like, we gave his ass the pills, be like, all right, you lost your foot, so you don't have to worry about necrosis anymore. Here's some medicine. If you keep eating like this, we'll see you in like 6 months. And he was like, all right, peace. So like, what are some things that you wish like you could help people, like you try and help people with, but they just aren't receptive to it?
How come the people from my life as a 600 pound don't have no motherfucking diabetes?
Genetics. Hell of genetics.
But them motherfuckers,
Hella genetics.
they don't stop.
You get that.
They all married, bro.
I don't know how you get that big.
And I think it also might be because they're not disclosing that. I'm hard pressed to believe that person doesn't have hypertension or extreme.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, God damn.
Yeah, they gotta have some type of like.
They don't seem to be affected.
Yeah, did you see that lady try to get down and get that thing she printed up and then she folded? Yeah, the voiceovers for the My 600 Pound Life be, man, crazy.
Do we have anything that we try to help people with that they weren't receptive towards?
I mean,
pretty much everything. Black people ain't receptive to help, even though they need it. They accept help from motherfucking the government when it comes to welfare and all that bullshit. But when it comes to you trying to help them, or even if you just giving them words to help themselves, they don't want to hear that unless it's actual physical. You doing it for them.
Yeah. If it requires you to have action, if them to have action behind the help, then they don't really want your help.
Yeah.
A lot of people, but
see, that's what I'll be talking about. Every time I come, you got ideas. So that's the work, bitch.
I mean, I work in insurance, so I mean,
yeah,
you work through the coverages. People be like, that shit ain't gonna happen to me. That's why it's called an accident. But go ahead.
Bro, a chick, look, my friend that was over here yesterday had a little chick that got to an accident, got her car by insurance, got it back. Yeah, got her car back, parked it, and somebody smacked into it.
Bro, I done seen it all. I worked at Enterprise, and people, they came to get their car, get a rental car because they had an insurance from a total loss with one of his kids. He come in, I said, you want to put the protection on the car? He said, no, we just had an accident. Or it ain't gonna happen twice. Shouldn't have said that shit. Gave him a brand new journey. It was brand new, had less than 100 miles on it. Gave it to him. His other kid went and totaled the other one. He come back and asked for
explain this to me.
What happens in those situations?
I'm about to say, if I say, because they always say, what really happens in that situation when I say I got my own insurance, or my company who's. So how could they let us drive a car without insurance? My insurance will cover it?
Yeah, but it's coming off of you.
Okay.
Right. So if you come in and get the enterprise coverage, your insurance don't find out, your rates don't go up, none of that stuff. But this is second incident. Most times when you have 2 incidents in 1 month, they drop you. That you done. We gonna drop you, you're gonna have to find somebody else, and your rate's gonna go crazy when you try and get a new insurance provider. That's why I told him. So when he came
that's why I don't like insurance.
He came in to get the third car, and I told him, I said, I'm not giving you a car without protection. Because at that point, you just ruined 2 brand new cars off my lot that I got to pay for because your insurance company only pay it in increments.
Yeah. See, that's why I don't like insurance. Because let's say you don't have an accident for 20 years, but you same insurance, and that shit, any type of incident happen, they're going to treat your ass like you ain't just paid for 7 cars from their ass.
That's why they started doing the
700 cars because they invested.
Yeah.
That's why they started doing the accident forgiveness because of that.
Because at a certain point, after paying all that insurance,
20 years, I shouldn't have an accident and my rates go up.
Yeah.
So then it just depends on who you with, because every company can't do that.
But they just get paid for a lot of time for nothing. Because a lot of people that get into accidents don't have insurance. So it's not like
that's true.
It ain't affecting real insurance places. The people that be getting into the accidents, you see them pull off or try to get away because they ass ain't got no insurance. I'm blowing at a motherfucker right away.
Hey, edit that part out.
Yeah, here on the Identity Booth, we do not condone violence. Anything that is said by any of my participants is not a reflection.
What Ashtray say? But I do. He don't want no problems, man. He don't want no problems, but I do.
So then let's talk about the moving as we move forward to this. Let's get onto we're gonna kind of time skip here to the point where after they have a conversation with everybody, Art explains what needs to happen and the first ceremony, the first sacrifice. They meet Art in this cave, and they basically Art explains to them that he needs one of them to have a transgression so they can trespass together.
Well, no, he didn't even tell him. Remember, he didn't tell him that he needed one of them to do it. He just had when he like, let me go get the tools, and that's when he came back with the cat. But they was in the forest, so they was in the forest, not in the cave. He brought some candles.
Now the cave was with the daughter, right?
No, even that was in the forest because he lit the trees on fire like candles.
The trees on fire, yeah. Okay, so basically the reason why there's a time limit here, there's only a certain amount of time you can get into this into heaven. So like he's trying to expedite this process, and McKaylee and the Corona are looking for him. That like people are looking for Art. So basically, Fabio kills this cat, and he talks about it in pretty graphic form on what it feels like to kill a animal. I've euthanized a few animals during research, and I remember that feeling I first got when I killed like a rat, then a pig, or a goat or a sheep or something like that. And I just remember that feeling of always like their body just going limp once you cut something.
Oh, so you didn't give him no shot? You just killed him like that?
No, because like
this shot is a murder.
And he named multiple animals, so he made a serial
killer. He had to get up. He had to get up there, so because each time.
Yeah, I talking about what we gonna kill. What have you killed, and what the other world?
No, what have you not killed?
Right. Like we had rats, and we had pigs, and we had goats, and we had lambs.
Pigs,
and it was this one crackhead. It was this one crackhead.
Like we had a horse, an elephant, then we had to go to a hippo and a crackhead.
National progression.
Hey, look, man, I've been living a good life. A lot of people ask me how I do it.
Sacrifice.
How you know my secret?
Yeah. I didn't sacrifice.
Surgeon. He sacrificed. Yeah, sacrifice life for that.
We wonder why motherfuckers making that money. He was just killing motherfuckers. You an Illuminati.
You see the prediction over my shoulder. I already know how the game gonna go. The thing that I think.
What it say? Let me go back. You think 6? You think they're gonna make 6?
They gotta make it insane. They gotta make at least $1 million off of the game.
I don't even think they're gonna win tonight.
Yeah, they're gonna win.
They're gonna win tonight.
He got his. Y'all say his circle of life.
I think they're gonna win next game and go out of 5, but I don't think they're gonna win those tonight. Unless they win tonight, they lose 2 in a row.
Chris Middleton gonna have 30 tonight, boy.
Man, that boy, shit, he can have 30. Just like Watson had 40 the other day. If he had 30, that means Watson gonna have 20 something.
No, Giannis gonna have his 35 too, because Giannis gonna start off. When he get in Milwaukee, he gonna have 10 straight to start.
He be over a half stepping his life away.
He be traveling, boy. He goes
Euro and half stepping.
Euro elbow.
He just stepped back.
Oh, speaking of basketball, hey, just a quick shout out to Nigeria for beating the USA in the preliminary matches. So
people thought I was joking. No, they're gonna get smoked. I don't
know, bro. Pop ain't about to go for those 2 losses.
I just seen similar teams come home with bronze. Better teams come home with bronze. When they had LeBron, Melo, D Wade, all them.
You talking about that was their first time though.
I don't care. Who on this team other than KD top 10?
But after LeBron, dang nigga.
Top 10 what?
In the league right now.
I don't think so, but
so you got 10 other players you'll put above Dame?
Yeah, I gotta think about it, but I think I'll take 10 players.
Yeah, see that's the problem, nigga. Ain't nobody as clutch as Dame.
Nobody is clutch. I give you that. He Dame time. That's a real damn thing. But that don't make him.
He ain't got no real help, bro. He ain't never had no real help. So,
but that don't make.
If you're going to the playoffs,
hey, you call him McCullough? McCullough isn't help. McCullough isn't help. What?
Who? Dame?
No. Steph is
better.
By a lot.
What the Blazers going
by 3 rings? By 3 rings.
You see how they guard Steph? Like nobody ever been guarded like that ever. I've never seen them in my life.
Steph literally has a condition. Steph literally had to learn how to shoot from the half court just because he knew if he got to the perimeter, it was over.
As soon as he crossed
come on now. You say Kobe got guarded the hard. Don't come at. Don't.
Hey. Nobody say.
No, he said
he dropped 81 on him.
But I'm talking about from the tip.
Getting 1 or 2 people.
Tip, they be guarding.
Kobe getting 4 people. He gonna still spin around and shoot.
Bro, I'm literally. I'm literally saying they started applying pressure at the other opponent's 3-point line perimeter. Like, it's
Like, they
ridiculous.
guard stuff from
It depends. It depends when he got his team though. They're not really doing that when he ain't got no team. Because at this point,
that's because
that's what I'm saying.
That's because
I'm saying no, you can though. That's the problem.
Because they got
like, if you got no team, go ahead and do what you want to do. Team can't do shit.
So that goes to the point that Dame must have some help out there.
He ain't got no help. They be on the bag, bro.
They ain't guarding him like that.
Okay,
And
so
Oakland,
then
though.
this moves in. Relax. Yeah, keep that shit up.
They let the GDs in the
wanted
door.
them to do the story for like 3 of them. So then we know, okay, the transgression doesn't work. They don't get to trespass because basically Art finds out that
Morrow ain't the same.
Morrow and, well, not Morrow, Fabio, but basically they all, anything. And that's the thing. You have to find saints or you have to find corrupted people or people you love. So basically Art goes into this spiel about how he needs to push forward. He has I think they don't really give a time, but based on where the sun is, he's basically saying,
he was saying before
I
the
have
night
less
over
than an hour. Yeah, before the night's over, before the sun rises, he has to do this. So he sets everything on fire, but McKaylee shows up. And this is when she gets real, because while they were with Tony's sister and all that stuff, Tony's sister gives him a gun. And McKaylee knows that he was given a gun. And he says to Tony, that's how I know you've never really killed anyone, because you don't know what a loaded gun feels like. Like, the gun isn't loaded. And Tony, out of sheer just ignorance, still fires and kills McKaylee on impact. And right then and there, the first thing that came to my mind was, if that's true, why didn't they all trespass right then and there? Tony's never killed a man before.
He's a surgeon.
But he's never purposely killed a man before.
But you don't know if he snuck that motherfucking needle. I mean, that motherfucking knife. They ain't mentioned that.
I think it wasn't. I think it's because it wasn't intentional.
Yeah, but remember, Fabio thought he was in heaven for a second when he cut that cat. Remember, he was saying he was seeing his mama and shit like that.
He felt for a second he said and that's why I think Fabio believed it so much, is because he saw a glimpse of it when he killed. The instant he killed the kid, he was like, oh shit, and then he came back out.
Yeah, because it wasn't enough.
I don't think it's because Tony did it unintentionally, but
or because he didn't love him.
Yeah. But you skipped that. Michaela shot him in the knee and exploded his kneecap.
Shot Fabio in the knee.
He exploded his kneecap. So at that point, he wouldn't. He'd had a limp for the rest of his life.
Y'all remember the line in the book? I don't even remember who said it. He was like, you could. They was talking about with the gun. Like, if you know what you're doing with a gun and you shoot it, you're more likely to kill somebody. But if you do know what you're doing, you probably won't kill somebody.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened in that instance, because McKaylee knew exactly what he's doing, but Tony,
Tony had that. Like, McKaylee was cold with the gun. Like, he was just cold with the gun, like he was with the sword. But Tony put the gun to his head, so it wasn't like he was gonna live. Either you was gonna be brain dead or he was gonna be dead. Shoot you right in your shit.
So at this point, shit has gone crazy. They've murdered a man. Their friend is hurt. They can't take Fabio to a hospital because all of Corona is going to be looking for them. So they have to go back to Tony's sister, who then reveals that she actually is the head honcho of this area, and the only reason why they're alive is all right. And basically, she set them up to assassinate McKaylee so she could take over his territory too. She's a cold dick, hard dick killer, man. She's the baddest bitch in this whole entire story. Oh, you don't watch?
No, I never watched that.
No, hell no. You don't watch Rick and Morty?
I never seen that.
Talk about some. You gotta stay pause after that.
I'm tired of Black trying to impose his will on me, bro. Go watch some Rick and Morty, goddammit. Stop trying to impose your will on me, bro.
Hey, my boy out here wild as hell.
But at this point, shit has gone to the root. And what basically happens is they lose track of Art. Art disappears.
No, but No, no, he didn't disappear at that time. He killed what's his name. That's when Art put the gun down and they got in the car and Art went to help carry what's his name to the car.
Yeah,
So
but then
what they came to the conclusion was Art was going to give himself to the Corona to save them. So that's who saved them. Art. When Art gave himself to Corona,
no,
he
no,
was
no,
going to
no.
basically be the
You don't.
slave.
Oh, you want to skip the part about the daughter when he drugged Anna and all
No,
that?
but that's when he killed. That's when Michaela died. Michaela died
Okay.
when he had the daughter. So you kind of skipped that
Okay.
part. But
Oh
he went
yeah.
and
Oh
drugged
yeah.
Anna
Yeah. Yeah.
and the other daughter to steal the daughter.
So
And he
and then I'll
called
say this.
Morrow like Morrow.
But I'll say this then. This is why I believe there's no transgression that is worth taking a life to get into heaven, because at that point he knows if he kills Morrow's daughter, he can make it. But his love for his friendship with his bros outweighed him making it back to heaven.
Yeah.
So Art kind of answers the question for us. But then the ultimate plot twist at the end is basically 2 years later, they resume this pact and decide to come back to the same place, same thing.
But it
And
was remember they said it wasn't the pact because they called each other to make sure.
yeah, they called it. Yeah, they could do it. Like the first year they called each
They
other.
planned it basically.
Yeah, they planned it. They checked on each other. They knew Art had sacrificed himself to, protect them, and everything was cool. But it's Tony and Marla sitting in the pizza shop or whatever. They're waiting on Fabio to show up, and they're all talking about like Fabio. Why I keep calling him Fabio? God damn it. And they're sitting there talking, and like, dang, he's gonna have a limp. He's gonna have to walk with a crutch for the whole time. And when this dude walks in, he has no limp. He has no limp, no crutch. He walks in, and they're like, "What happened to your leg?" And literally, the last sentence, "Oh, it was Art," and that was the end of the book. And I don't know, like, if there's ever a part two to this, I would love to just know a whole book about what Art was doing when he was with Corona, and like what Fabio was doing with that. I would love to see
Green
that. But that
Mile,
might be
bro. I told you,
Right.
you seen the Green Mile.
They just wanted to do his magic.
Yeah. So all I wanted to see was him. Only thing I wanted to know outside of the actual book is if he did that for what's his name's dad. If he took the
if he fixed his dad. Yeah, if he fixed his dad.
That's it.
Something.
But we know he fixed him. So yeah. So yeah, he was like, "Oh, that's you should have told me that beforehand." He's like, "Yeah, I could have been did that." He
said he could have fixed his dad.
I could have been took care of that one.
Yeah, he's like, that ain't shit. Because he said he can levitate and do all types of shit. He's like, but I'm not about to do none of that shit to prove to y'all. Just take my word.
He did though. He go reel off all the shit he could do it. And I'm not just gonna do it just to prove shit.
Yeah. See, but I believe it. Right away, I'm like, okay, I fuck with Art.
I believe him
because he
too.
can't just disappear and because he told the story about what happened the first time he went. He was like, he told why he didn't tell him. He was like, man, because of what the like.
There wasn't no
y'all
holes,
think I'm crazy.
there wasn't no holes in Art's story for you not to believe him.
Yeah. Because he came back clean and smelling good. He ain't come back stinking or dirty. But the first time, remember, he came back clean.
Even if you're missing for 7, yeah. And I knew I started to believe it once we read the story, because there's actually a chapter in the book called The Book of Hidden Things where we read about how that first priestess got into heaven. So like when I saw that, I was like, okay, cool. And then they defined the word sacrifice for us and what it really meant to them. So that let me know, like, oh, this is a sacrifice. I can see where this has parallels to like cultish behavior in our world. Like there was a parallel for that. So I wasn't opposed to that, but it was. I think the book was really good, man. I really enjoyed it. I think I definitely. In fact, it makes me want to read another book similar to this. Like not even going back into like a biopic, like something more fantasy.
I mean, bro, I don't know if we're gonna go back into no more bio.
The biopic books are tough.
Man,
it has to be a super interesting person.
Yeah, because it got to be the dude. It got to do the greatest man in the world that drink Dos Equis at this point. Because I heard a real life story about him that was pretty cool. That somebody ran into him.
Well, we don't have a book to read next week. So what book are we reading next week?
We got a few days to come up with it. We got
to sound like Black has some suggestions.
Yeah, about to say.
Now we got to listen to Wednesday. There was some other shit that I had mentioned a while back. I don't know if we wrote it down or whatever. We can go back to the
When we did our very first
To the
poll, we
Facebook
had
group.
like 5 books, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying we can go back to that and look over that. But I definitely would like to look into something with Malcolm X, though. Because we can put all the movies together, shit that we've seen, and all of the new added fucking evidence with it. If we find a book that's good enough to read about, because and we would just need.
Did he ever write any? Did he ever write any books? Or
Nation of Islam?
Did he ever write any of his own books?
That I don't know.
I wonder if he authored any of his own
I
books.
don't know if he ever
I
had
don't
time
want
to.
Man, probably a truth story right there. I don't know. We got time to think about it.
So
But
worry
shit,
about
hell,
everybody else. We
Let me
definitely
tie
could
this
do
up with a
fucking
bow
what's
real
name, too.
quick.
TV shows and games.
Uh,
Like on a separate group, we could do stuff like that if we want to put it into this, because fucking some of these TV shows are crazy too, like the Godfather, or that
I
documentary
don't
Who
watch
Killed
TV,
Malcolm X
so I
that
don't
was
know.
on. So I told Jeremiah to watch Who Killed Malcolm X on Netflix. Did you ever watch that, Jeremiah?
Oh, if it's on.
I text you about it.
Yeah, and then you find out who actually killed them and how these niggas live great lives. With the government backing and all the politicians know about it and everything. And we don't talk about that here.
Well, did you heard that the Haitian president was assassinated? Before they assassinated him on a loudspeaker, the DEA was announced to be raiding the area, that you should remain in your houses.
That was just the other day, though, right? I
But-
didn't get too much.
Yeah.
That was just 2 days ago.
Yeah, it was happened on Thursday.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So there's that. But hey, this is the Books and Mail and Beyond Book Club. Thanks for joining us. I just want to wrap this, so if we just keep rambling and stuff, y'all don't get stuck in this. But we appreciate y'all. If there's a book y'all want us to read, let us know in the comment section below. All the descriptions and the links will be in the description below. Take care of yourselves. I appreciate you, Blob, JP, Black. Thanks for joining me on this journey. We appreciate you guys. Take care. All right, cool. So then, I don't know what book y'all.
Shit, record.